Today, we're diving into the secret weapon that top performing small teams are using to totally crush it: modern collaboration tools. Look, if you want your team to move faster and think smarter, you're in the right place. We're going to break down why these tools aren't just a nice to have anymore, they are absolutely essential.
Hey, before we jump in, quick favor. If you get any value out of what we do here, do me a solid and smash those like and subscribe buttons. It seriously helps us make more explainers just for you. Thanks a bunch. Okay, let's get to it.
So, let me ask you something. Does your team's workday feel like one long, frustrating scavenger hunt? Digging through endless email threads for that one piece of information, or trying to figure out which file is final _v3 _final .docx. If you're nodding along, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a total momentum killer. And that right there brings us to the heart of the problem, the collaboration challenge. This is something pretty much every team bumps up against, and it can just grind productivity to a halt. So let's unpack what that really looks like. First off, let's get on the same page. Real team collaboration, it's not just about splitting up a to-do list. It's this dynamic process where people are actively sharing what they know, mashing up their different skills, and creating something way, way better than what any one person could have done alone. So why is this such a big deal for business? Why does it matter so much? Well, let's look at the hard data on why amazing teamwork isn't just about feeling good. It's a massive competitive advantage. 79%. Just let that number sink in for a second. A recent study by Deloitte found this one single, powerful number, and it points to something huge. But, 79% of what? Here it is. 79% of people working in truly collaborative teams feel way more prepared to handle whatever challenges get thrown at them. And get this, that is 4 times more than people in businesses where collaboration isn't a priority. It literally builds resilience right into your team's DNA. Okay, so how do you actually build that collaborative muscle? How do you get there? Well, the answer is hiding in plain sight. It's your new digital toolkit. Let's explore the tools that can totally reshape how your team gets things done. The first big win here is just making project management easier. I mean, even with a small team, trying to track who's doing what and when, it's a headache. These modern tools just slice right through that chaos with shared dashboards, automatic reminders, and crystal clear schedules. No more guesswork. And honestly, this is probably the biggest shift of all. We're leaving the old way behind. Those massive, confusing email chains where vital info just vanishes. The new way? It's all about instant messaging, having a history you can actually search, and sharing files without a second thought. It's a total game changer for how teams talk. So what does that new way actually look like in practice? Well, we're talking about real-time chat where you can drop files right in, a searchable history so you can find anything in seconds, notifications that you actually have control over, plus you get video conferencing built right in, and presence indicators so you know who's free to chat. The whole thing is built for speed. You know what else is huge? Seamless integration. All those essential apps your team uses, your project manager, your calendars, your cloud drive, they stop living on separate little islands. These tools bring them all together, which means you spend way less time flipping between tabs and way more time actually doing the work. And of course, this is everything in today's work from anywhere world. Things like screen sharing and instant chat keep everyone on the same page. Plus, you get what's called asynchronous communication, which is just a fancy way of saying you don't all have to be online at the same time to collaborate. It's perfect for teams spread across different time zones. But listen, and this is super important, just buying the software is not a magic bullet. To really get the most out of it, you need to be smart about it. So let's talk about the keys to making sure this all works. It really comes down to 3 things. First, establish clear roles. Seriously, if nobody knows who's in charge of what, new tools just create new problems. Second, actually train your team. Don't just throw the software at them and hope for the best. And third, invest in the right tools for your team. Don't just get the most popular app. Find the one that solves your actual specific problems. Okay, so when you nail all of this, the result you get is so much more than just being a little more efficient. It leads to something way bigger, the ultimate productivity payoff. And here's the real truth. This isn't about software. It's about people. When everyone on the team feels heard, feels supported, and feels like they're in sync, they're just naturally more motivated. Great tools enable great communication, and that's what builds a great team. And this is really the secret sauce. When you simplify how work gets done, you get rid of so many of those little daily frustrations and miscommunications. And that frees up all this mental energy so your team can focus on what they were hired to do, their best, most creative work. I want to close out with this thought from our source material because it just says it all perfectly. Don't overlook the impact of these tools. They are the key to building a workforce that isn't just efficient, but one that's connected, thriving, and ready for anything. So, I'll leave you with a question to chew on. If you could solve just one communication headache for your team tomorrow, what would it be? Drop your answer in the comments below. I'd love to see what you're all dealing with. The solution might be closer than you think. Thanks for watching.